Coming off a win against the Willamette Wolverines on Friday, the Roseburg Indians return to face off against the North Medford Black Tornado down here in Medford. Crazy circumstances, but we find ourselves here at Oakdale Middle School after a ton of snow fell in the Rogue Valley last week, causing the gym at North Medford High School to literally collapse. If you haven't seen it already, go online, look up photos of the North Medford High School basketball gym, and I got to tell you, folks, it is an absolute mess. Talking to the AD here at North Medford High School, he said it's a demolition zone right now, and certainly is the case. A sad scene out at North Medford High School. So we find ourselves back here at, well, the original Medford High School. It used to be Medford High School, and then there was North Medford and South Medford High School. This building that we're currently in at Oakdale Middle School was originally South Medford High School up until about 2010. And after that point, they built the new South Medford High School. The Panthers moved down there. They converted this into a middle school. And it's a full circle moment. We're playing back here at Oakdale Middle School. Hello and welcome to Medford. Knight Jarecki, happy to be with you this evening. The Indians 6-15 on the season, 2-6 in Southwest Conference play, facing off against the Black Tornado, who are 11-7 on the season, 4-2 in Southwest Conference play. The Black Tornado, they find themselves in second place in the Southwest Conference. Indians right now just above Willamette and sixth place, just one spot ahead of last place in the Southwest Conference. The Indians picked up their second Southwest Conference win on Friday against the Wolverines, avenged that loss against Willamette back in January, snapped a 4-game losing streak for Roseburg, but it was a game where Roseburg kind of got off to a slow start, fell behind a little bit early. They were down 8-3 midway through the first quarter, but after that point, it was all Indians. It was a 15-2 run that gave them the lead, and they never surrendered it for the rest of the game. Harrison Scott had 21 points to lead the squad. He scored 11 of his game-high 21 points in the fourth quarter as the Indians stretched their 6-point lead to as much as 16 points in the second half. A really impressive performance, not only offensively but also defensively for the Indians. 48 points, one of the lowest totals they've given up this season. A good statement game for the Roseburg defense, and a lot of those 48 points actually came towards the end of the fourth quarter in garbage time, where the Indians were well in control. On the first half, there was not a lot of whistles. That was the story the first time the two teams played up in Eugene. But this last game for Roseburg, no whistles in the first half, not a single free throw for either team. Then the free throws started to come in the second half. It was a total of 22 free throws in the second half on Friday for the Indians. They shot 16 of 22 at the foul stripe. That's where they got their work done. Owen Bentia had 13 points with Harrison Scott's 21 leading the team, and Caden Luther, another Indian, in double figures with 12 points. These two teams, North Medford and Roseburg, met all the way back on January 14th, almost a month ago at this point. The Indians stuck with the Black Tornado through the first half, trailed just 33-31 at the intermission, but North Medford held Roseburg to just 6 points in the third quarter, stretched their lead to 16 points, and that was just too much to overcome. Roseburg coach Jordan Humphrey said the team just wore down in the second half because, well, they're not used to playing the whole game up to that point of the season. They hadn't put together 4 complete quarters. Talked to Coach Humphreys about that in the pregame conversation we'll have in just a second, but you'll want to stick around for that. Roseburg versus North Medford, Part 2, happening here at Oakdale Middle School. Take a quick 2-minute timeout. When we return, we'll get you that interview with Coach Humphreys here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Can't move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Nat Jarecki here with Coach Humphreys. Coach, you guys got back in the win column, picked up your first win in over 4 games. What was it like to snap that losing streak?
Yeah, it's always nice, especially at home, to get back on the right side and play as well as we did and get a bunch of guys scoring double figures and playing well as a team.
With that win, you guys were able to kind of lock things down defensively. How do you feel like the defense has grown throughout this season?
Just better communication on the defensive end, better rotations, from sealing on the backside to rotating the next position with guys communicating and letting everybody kind of be more comfortable with each other. And I think the more they've gotten comfortable with each other, then the better they play together defensively.
Mm-hmm. What are some positives that you take away from that win against Willamette that you're hoping to continue here tonight against North Medford?
Obviously, Harrison shot the ball pretty well, and Jaron chipped in with some good scoring in the first half, had a good streak. Caden scored well. Really, we just spread the scoring out quite a bit, which was nice to see. And then defensively, had some good defensive efforts. We rebounded the ball pretty well. I think we out-rebounded them. Which is nice to see. Usually when we on the positive end of rebounding, then the game's going to be competitive for us.
I was going to ask about Harrison. Obviously a big performance, had a big fourth quarter as well. How big is that to get a contribution from a junior like that?
That's huge. I mean, obviously, he's percentage-wise, he's one of our better shooters, and for him to have a night where he actually scored 21, but I think he was 1 for 7 from the three-point line. And so he's found other ways to score besides just shoot the three-pointer, which he's kind of relied on the rest of the season. So he got to the free throw line, shot well from there, and attacked the basket pretty well. Mm-hmm.
Felt like he was ball handling a little bit more without Landon out on the floor. How did you think he did with the ball in his hands?
Yeah, we kind of moved some different guys to some point guard responsibilities and kind of shared it by committee, and kind of good to see him get some confidence with the basketball and handle some physicality. Obviously stepping up to varsity this year, that's been a struggle for him and a few of the others that haven't played a lot of varsity minutes, so handling the physicality and limiting turnovers was big.
Mm-hmm. Owen last Friday got his first offer to an NAIA school. He also got an offer from a couple of NWAC programs I saw. How awesome is that to have guys? You saw it last year, some guys going and playing in the NWAC, and now Owen getting some offers. How cool is that you guys are producing these players that have the opportunity to go on and play college basketball?
Oh, I mean, that's obviously awesome, and a lot of guys in our program aspire to that, and it's really just a testament to the amount of work that he's put in the off season, in the weight room, in his advanced fitness class, all the extra time that he puts in, and then we're just lucky enough to try to get him mold him into a team with other guys, and his coachability and his work ethic during the season and the off season is huge. So it's more about what he's doing than what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Looking at this North Medford squad, you faced them already. You guys battled pretty tough against them. What do you remember most about that first matchup against the Black Tornado?
That first game, I'm trying to think. Caden didn't play the first half, and then Owen didn't play the fourth quarter. So it was, another one kind of like the rest of this year's been about battling through adversity. And we found a way in that game to keep it close throughout the whole game. And I think it was maybe a 2-point game going into the fourth quarter, and kind of let it slip away a little bit at the end. But again, right, just playing through adversity and finding ways for guys to keep competing.
After that game, you said that you guys played really, really hard, but you guys weren't used to playing that hard for a full game up until that point in the season. Where do you guys feel like you guys are at this point of the year in terms of playing a complete 4 quarters?
Yeah, I think we've definitely put some games together. Obviously, that South Eugene game, we put 4 together plus a little bit of an overtime. Had to battle back from 7 at the end of regulation. And so the mental toughness is there to withstand even when we get tired. And then obviously Willamette, we put a full game together, and we've had a couple others where we've continued to play full game, and hopefully that's coming together, and we'll kind of peaking in these last few games and able to do another one tonight.
So that was Coach Humphreys ahead of this game. No national anthem today happening here at Oakdale Middle School. With that, we'll take a final 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate! Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Hold on to your taste buds because the heat is on. Introducing Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. Our spicy hot nuts are handcrafted with fresh made dough, spicy jalapenos, creamy garlic sauce, and melty cheese all wrapped and ready to enjoy. And for limited time, they're just $5.99. Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. They're the perfect spicy side to go with your next pizza order. Order online or on our app for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Welcome back here to Oakdale Middle School. North Medford taking on Roseburg here tonight. Right away, we're getting things going a little bit early. Shot no good. Bentia gets the rebound for Roseburg as he brings it up the floor. Gets it up to Leeworthy down the left wing to the near corner. He gives it to Palm, and it's knocked out of bounds by Keenan Stewart. So starting lineups today as we got things going quite quick because no national anthem. Easton Curtis, Tate Snyder, Traeger Healy, Keenan Stewart, Nate Anderson for North Medford, Jaron Leeworthy, Harrison Scott, Ashton Palm, Tristan Frabel, and Caden Luther with Owen Bentia on the floor for Roseburg. Bentia has it at the top, guarded by Snyder, gets it over to Luther at the top of the arc. Passes to the left wing, Scott takes a jab, now drives down the left lane, stops in the paint, now back out to the left wing for Leeworthy. He'll take it inside the arc, back out to the far corner for Scott, out to the left wing for Leeworthy. Drives in on Anderson, goes up with the left hand, and he's fouled. So Leeworthy will head to the line to shoot two. Indians today wearing black jerseys. Actually, they're going to call it on the floor, but Indians today wearing black jerseys, white numbers, orange trim. North Medford, white jerseys, black numbers with a red tornado written in cursive across the chest. Way up high here at the booth at Oakdale Middle School, the original Medford High School, then Central Medford High School, and then South Medford before that, as Bentia gets it in the far corner and drills a three-pointer. Owen Bentia able to make it a 3-0 lead for Roseburg here in the first quarter. Now with it on the far side is Snyder. Brings it to the top, guarded by Leeworthy. Indians leading 3-0 thanks to the three from Bentia down the right lane. Here Snyder goes up with the right hand. It's no good. Palm gets the rebound for Roseburg. The energy piece according to Coach Humphreys as Scott brings it up the floor. Shoots it from the top of the arc. Airballed it. Luther tries to save it and then propels it across the court and out of bounds on the far sideline. 3-0. Roseburg leading. 6:41 to play first quarter. North Medford with the basketball going right to left on your radio dial. Tornadoes 11-7 this season, 4-2 in Southwest Conference play. Stewart has it on the near side, back to the top. Got to Healy, and now Snyder has it at the top of the circle. Out to the right wing for Anderson. Back to the top for Stewart. Now swings it to the left wing. Snyder to the top. Curtis, a triple. Yes! Easton Curtis connects, and we're tied at 3. Owen Bentia will have it up the floor for Roseburg. Gets it over to Luther on the top right. Back over to Scott now at the top of the arc, guarded by Curtis. Gets it to the far corner for Palm, and then back out to the left wing for Bentia. Takes a jab, now drives inside the arc. Spins, gives it to Luther, hands it right back to Bentia. Long three-pointer, and it rattles out. Luther, an offensive rebound. Into the paint, goes up with the right hand. He's blocked away. Ball goes out to Leeworthy on the near side. He'll put up a jump shot. It's off the iron to the right. Bentia, an offensive rebound. He'll go up, and it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say off of Roseburg, no foul. Certainly a little bit of contact. Nonetheless, North Medford basketball, 5:45 to play first quarter. Black Tornado have the ball going right to left. Snyder and Anderson playing catch back and forth as they cross the timeline. Down to the far sideline, into the far corner for Curtis. Back to the top, Anderson drives in on Palm. Goes up between two defenders, and it's blocked away. Roseburg with the basketball with Bentia up the floor quickly. Far corner, Scott, a triple. It's short. Off front iron, and now up the floor, Healy will bring it. Swings it up to Snyder on the near side. He'll drive down up on Palm. It's off the glass, no good. Scott gets the rebound for Roseburg. He'll toss it up the floor for Leeworthy. Drives right baseline, and he'll lay it in. Jaron Leeworthy gives the Indians the lead 5-3 with 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Stewart has it at the top. Now Anderson swings it over to the far side along the perimeter. Back to Anderson at the top. Out to the right wing. Gives it to Snyder. Out to Healy, and then back to the top. Tate Snyder takes a dribble with his left hand. Passes to Curtis on the near side. Pass goes to Stewart in the paint. Goes one-on-one with Luther, and Luther wins the battle. Shot a little bit short. Bentia gets a long rebound, spins his way up the floor. Bounce pass to Leeworthy. He's on the right baseline to the near corner. Scott up to the top. Bentia, three-pointer. It's short. Scott tips it over to Leeworthy for an offensive rebound. Teardrop floater. It goes. Leeworthy with 4 points. Indians leading 7-3 here in quarter number 1. Snyder. Double teams by Palm, and Leeworthy gets it to Curtis in the far corner. Back to the top, Anderson has it. Anderson to the near side, Stewart into the near corner for Healy. Back out to Stewart on the left wing. He'll drive in on Scott, go up with the right hand, down the right alley, and lays it in. Keenan Stewart gets 2 points. And it's a 2-point game, 7-5. Bentia up the floor at the top. Passes it over to the left wing for Scott. 7-5, Indians with the lead, and Scott a turnover. Healy steals it, long throw, up the floor, and Anderson lays it in, and we're even at 7. Beautiful pass after the turnover for North Medford, and it's now 3:23 and counting, 7-7 the score. Bentia pops a 3 and connects again. Owen Bentia, another three-pointer. He has 6 points, and the Indians retake the lead 10-7. Near side, Snyder out to the right wing. Stewart cuts between two Indian defenders and lays it in. Keenan Stewart, a couple of successful possessions on back-to-back drives. Now 10-9. Leeworthy, left wing three-pointer. This one won't go. And now Curtis gets the rebound up the floor for North Medford. Drives to the free throw line, back to the top for Stewart. Now Curtis left alone, three-pointer off to the left after ricocheting off the rim. And after Scott got the rebound, Jordan Humphreys is going to call time out. 10-9 the score. Roseburg currently leading here with 2:41 to play in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Just a little under 2:40 to play here in the first quarter. 10-9, Roseburg with the lead. Scott has it at the top, gets it over to Luther on the right wing. Healy with the defense, and now Bentia has it at the top. It's picked away by Curtis. He'll steal it up the floor, left alone, goes up with the right hand, and Luther got back on defense. Nice play to get the shot off to the right, but Healy cleans it up, and North Medford retakes the lead. Bentia tries to get up the floor. Dylan Scott steals it up the floor. It's Curtis, and he lays it in. So Curtis couldn't get it the first time, and then second time he does get it. Ball on the floor, and it's going the other way. Now another turnover for Roseburg. A lot happening quickly in North Medford all of a sudden, and with the blink of an eye, it's now 14-10. So a quick 4-0 run after the timeout from Roseburg for North Medford. Scott out to the right wing, back to the top. Scott, he was absent from the first game between these two teams, one of the leading scorers for North Medford. Dribble inside from Rhea. Now back to the top, out to the right wing. Now to the near corner. Healy, a three-pointer. That's off the rim. And Bentia rises up and gets the rebound. 138 and counting. Bentia crosses the timeline. Gets it to Luther in the high post, out to the far corner. Leeworthy, a three-pointer, nylon. Jaron Leeworthy able to tie it at 13. Rhea gets it to the top for Dylan Scott. Out to the right wing for Curtis with the bleach blonde hair. Back to the top for Scott, also bleach blonde hair, but a little bit of a buzz cut compared to the baggy hair of Curtis, who puts up a three-pointer, and it's airballed too strong. Stewart gets the rebound and then throws it off of Easton Cantrell into the game for the first time for Roseburg. Going to stay here with North Medford. 1:08 on the clock, 13-13 the score. North Medford basketball. Dylan Sawyer now into the game. He'll inbound it from the baseline. Claps the hands. Gets it into Healy on the left block. Back to the top for Curtis as they'll reset offensively. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Scott gets it on the right wing. Dribbles between his legs a couple of times. Back to the top. Sawyer, a three-pointer, and he connects. Dylan Sawyer, 3 points. And it's another three-point lead for North Medford, 16-13. Leeworthy has it in the far corner. Bounce pass down to Luther in the left block. Fakes a shot to the near corner. Scott, a three-pointer. He can't answer. Offensive rebound goes to Luther. Backs in a defender, and a blocking foul called on the floor. Traeger Healy, the victim. So Leeworthy will inbound it for Roseburg. Second team foul for North Medford. Leeworthy on the baseline, gets it into Cantrell in the paint, tries to get it to the top for Scott, and it's going to be a backcourt violation as Bentia races past the timeline to get the ball. 16-13 the score. North Medford with the lead here in the opening quarter. 30.3 on the clock. Shot clock will be off for the final possession if North Medford wants it. Luther's going to check out. Jaden Kemmerly checks into the game for Roseburg. Pass goes into Dylan Scott. 13 points a game this season for Scott. His pass to the right wing knocked out of bounds by Harrison Scott. He was looking for Easton Curtis. He's also one of the leading scorers for North Medford this season. Pass comes in to Scott. 20 seconds as he holds in the backcourt. Scott brings it to the circle, now to the near side. He passes it to Sawyer. Sawyer, guarded by Leeworthy, gets a screen, bounce pass to the right wing. Scott thought about a three, brings it inside the arc, pulls up in the paint, and he is able to drain it. Dylan Scott connects, and it's now 18-13 at the horn. Long shot won't go for Roseburg, and that'll do it for the first quarter. 18-13 the score. North Medford with the lead after one. Take a quick 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty-trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
18-13 the score. Second quarter, Roseburg with the basketball. Black jerseys today for the Indians. White numbers, orange trim against the Black Tornado. White jerseys, black trim, black numbers, and then a red tornado written across the chest. Bentia with the ball, passes it, going left to right on your radio dial, down to Kemmerly, brings it to the right block, goes up with the right hand, it's no good. Rebound goes to North Medford up the floor as they lead by 5. Out to the right wing, Sawyer has it, he'll back out. Leeworthy pressing defensively. Hands it off to Rhea, back to the top. Sawyer at the top of the circle, gets it to Scott. Near side, gets a screen, brings it to the top of the arc, down the right alley, stops, spins, out to the far side for Curtis, and he'll back out with Bentia on the defense. Scott in the four corner, 10 seconds, step back three-pointer. It rattles out. Offensive rebound opportunity for Rhea goes out of bounds. It's going to be Roseburg basketball, 7:13 on the clock. Roseburg 13 points in the opening quarter, 6 of them Owen Bentia on a couple of three-pointers, and then Jaron Leeworthy had the other 7 points, 2 two-pointers and a three-pointer in the opening quarter for the Indians. Bentia up the floor, passes it to Kemmerly, got poked away by Rhea. A press in the backcourt. Kemmerly to the top for Leeworthy, inside the arc, backs out, hands it to Kemmerly, and then Bentia just shy of the circle, gets the ball back. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Kemmerly traveled. Shuffled the feet. And a turnover for Roseburg. Back and forth first quarter. Both teams trading leads a couple of times. 4 combined three-pointers between the two teams in the opening period. At the top, Curtis has it. Bounce pass to Scott in the left wing. Alley-oop for Curtis. He lays it in. What a play. And just like that, Black Tornado extend their lead. Bentia to the top for Kemmerly. And another travel. That's back-to-back possessions with a travel for Kemmerly. A swing player playing JV and varsity. Coach and I talked a little bit about that before the game and just trying to get him eased in because he's playing some big JV minutes at the same time as wanting to have him contribute on the varsity level. And Cantrell almost poked it away from Scott, who gets it down the left wing. Euro step in the paint, and he goes up and is fouled. That's going to be the first foul on Roseburg. Didn't have a single foul in the first quarter. Very similar to what we saw from the Indians against Willamette last week. Just not a lot of penalties and whistles in the first half. So Scott at the line. Foul is on Kemmerly, who's had a tough couple of minutes. Leeworthy is going to check in, or check out, I should say, with Harrison Scott checking in. First free throw good from Dylan Scott. Special thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor all season long. Scott goes 2 for 2 at the line. Or actually, just 1 for 2 at the line. 21-13 the score. Bentia at the top. Pass batted away, and it's another steal for North Medford. Down the other way, Curtis lays it in. And North Medford just continues to extend the lead, now 23-13, and a foul on the floor. Foul is on Easton Curtis. That's his first. 5:52 to play. Special thanks to Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call 541-459-1545. Scott inbounds it into Bentia, just shy of the three-point line. On the far side, it's no good. Up the floor quickly. Scott lays it in. Cherry picking are the Tornado. And Dylan Scott, who's come off the bench tonight, has provided some valuable minutes. Luther back out to the near side, and then Bentia gets it back at the top, passes to Cantrell on the near side, drives baseline, and his passes rocketed out of bounds after a deflection by North Medford. 5:29 to play, 25-13. Indians still scoreless here in quarter number 2. That's what happened last week against Grants Pass. The Indians were held scoreless for almost a combined 8 minutes to begin both the first and second quarter against the Cavemen last week in Grants Pass. Luther has it at the top of the arc, drives down the right alley, kicks it to the near corner. Scott a three-pointer, and it's off, but a foul, and I think that Scott's going to go to the line and shoot 3, and he will. Dylan Sawyer gets called with the foul. It's the second team foul, 5:21 to play, and the Indians have a chance here with Scott at the line, a 85% free throw shooter this season. First one is good. Indians get on the board here in quarter number 2, 25-14. Second free throw, also good, 25-15. Special thanks to the DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Scott goes 3 for 3 at the free throw line. And the Indians make it a 9-point game, 25-16. Anderson gets it across to the far corner. Scott with it. Benzia backs him out defensively. Scott in the right wing. Gets it down to Rhea. He crosses court to the near side. Sawyer dribbles into the paint. Hands it off to Anderson. He goes up. He's blocked. Gets his own rebound and then back to the top as he saves it with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Scott, right wing, working on Benzia. Step back, long 2-point jump shot. Off iron, off glass, no good. Roseburg the rebound with Scott. Leeworthy down the far sideline, loses control of the ball, finds it. Working on Rhea. Rhea dives and steals the ball. Anderson, a full pass up the court. Scott with numbers, drives down the right lane, and I think he overthought it. A travel for Scott. And it's turnover with 4:32 to play here in quarter number 2. So a little over 4.5 to play in quarter number 2. The Indians trailing by 9. Scott dribbles it up the floor, crosses Curtis as he gets past the half-court line. Gets to Luther in the high post. Luther looking for an option, and he held it too long. 5-second violation. And so another turnover for Roseburg. This hasn't been the Indians' quarter, not a single basket, just the 3 points off the 3 free throws from Harrison Scott. Right wing, Curtis has it back to the top. Anderson hands it to Snyder at the circle. Snyder gets it to the right elbow as Anderson drove in on Leeworthy, and he'll be called for a foul. First foul for Jaron Leeworthy. North Medford will take out from the baseline. Snyder to inbound it, gets it into the paint. Rhea gets it and lays it right in with the left hand. North Medford extends the lead, 27-16, up to an 11-point lead, one of the largest tonight for North Medford. Leeworthy up the far sideline, stops, gets it to Bentia in the back court. Indians looking for their first basket. Bentia, he'll put up a long three-pointer, had 2 in the first quarter. Could not get it to go. Offensive rebound, Luther, and he lays it in. First 2 points for Caden Luther. And now North Medford will reset at the top. 27-18 the score. First 2 points for Caden Luther tonight after the offensive rebound. Right wing, Curtis gets a three-pointer up, and it's off back iron. Luther gets the rebound for Roseburg. Bentia will press it up the floor with numbers, gets it up to Ashton Palm, and it's between his hands. And that one a little bit too strong. Through the hands, out of bounds, a turnover. And a couple of substitutions. Healy and Stewart will check into the game. Sawyer and Rhea will check out, and Palm as well. Timeout going to be called on the floor. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 27-18 the score. North Medford with the lead here at Oakdale Middle School. 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Welcome back here to Oakdale Middle School. Matt Jarecki, happy to be with you here tonight. 27-18 the score. North Medford with the lead. So after the timeout for Roseburg, be North Medford basketball going right to left here on your radio dial. Anderson inbounds it in for Snyder, and he'll bring it up the floor. Anderson has it on the near side, gets it to Curtis at the top. Now there's Snyder. Down to Stewart on the near side. Stewart brings it to the top, gets it to the near corner. Healy a three-pointer, and that hits net. Another three-pointer for North Medford. Haley had 4 3-pointers in the first matchup and gets his first here. Leeworthy the other way, can't get the basket to go. And up the floor, North Medford will bring it. Sawyer to the far corner, Curtis. He'll drive inside and then back out to the top for Snyder. Inside the arc, gets it to Anderson. And the right block back to the top, Snyder has it. Anderson gets to the top, Curtis a three-pointer. Off front iron, offensive rebound, Anderson. His second chance won't go as Luther gets the rebound. Up the floor, Scott will bring it. Out to Kemmerly on the left wing, back to the top for Scott. 30-18 the score, North Medford with the lead. Palm has it at the top left elbow. Now Leeworthy brings it to the right elbow, and it's blocked away. Stolen by Snyder up the floor with numbers. Hands it to Anderson. Goes up on Kemmerly and lays it in. Nate Anderson, his first 2 points of the quarter, and North Medford extends the lead 32-18. Luther gets it to Palm. Now Scott for the left elbow. It won't go. Palm swinging his arm everywhere. And a foul going to be called. Is Palm with the foul. He's like flinging the arm everywhere. So 1:38 to play, second quarter, 32-18. Healy on the near side gets it cross for Snyder as they play catch back and forth. The Indians with a half-court press. Toss up to the left block for Anderson. Had to rise up for it, try to pass it back inside, and then it's taken away by Scott. With numbers, Scott gets it to Leeworthy, and the alley-oop attempt of sorts works as Leeworthy jumped up, put it in the basket all in one motion. Leeworthy had 7 points in the opening quarter, his first 2 points here in the second. 32-20 the score. Curtis to the near side, Healy a three-pointer, and it's too strong, airball. Scott has it, and the Indians have numbers. 4 on 3, Scott left wing brings it inside the arc, drives baseline, tried to find a pass, and he dribbled it out of bounds. 50.3 on the clock, 32-20, a 12-point North Medford lead. Palm the only one pressing for the Indians. Scott and Leeworthy waiting at the baseline as Snyder brings it up, passes to Anderson, and they get it past the timeline on the near side. Sawyer back to Anderson. Brings it to the right wing, inside the arc, down to the right wing once again for Curtis, who drives down the right alley to the near corner. Now left wing Healy hands it off to the near corner for Curtis, and now Curtis will bring it back to the top, drives down the center alley, goes up with a floater, and teardrops it in. Third basket inside the arc for Curtis here in the second quarter, and the Indians now will have it 10 seconds and counting, down by 14. Leeworthy left wing, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Scott at the top, 5 seconds. Brings it to the right wing. Crosses, gets a screen, gives it to Leeworthy. At the horn. It's too strong. Rattles out, and that'll do it for the first half. 34-20 the score. It's Roseburg trailing by 14 at the halftime break. Indians came out strong. Were competing in the first quarter, not necessarily the second quarter. They would have liked take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com. Actually, it's 2-minute timeout, I should say, for the halftime break, and we'll come back and get you the stats here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Can't move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back here to Oakdale Middle School. North Medford, their high school basketball gym, unfortunately collapsed earlier today. This past weekend, last week, the Medford area was hit pretty hard with a lot of snow. Talking to Kyle Clements, who's up here broadcasting for Table Rock here tonight, and he lives in Ashland. He was saying about 10 feet, not 10 feet, 10 feet would be a lot of snow, 10 inches of snow out in Ashland last week. For him, Medford, they got hit pretty hard too, about 6 to 8 inches, depending on where you were in the Medford area. And that unfortunately caused a lot of damage to the gymnasium at Medford High School, North Medford High School. And today it just completely collapsed. If you go online, you can look up photos and see the gymnasium and just the amount of damage it sustained. It truly is a demolition site, and, you know, this might be the new home for North Medford, at least for the foreseeable future. I don't know how long it'll take to build a brand new basketball gym. This one, pretty nice. This used to be the original Medford High School. It goes all the way back to the 1930s, and then eventually North and South Medford split. So there was just originally Medford High School, and then it split to North Medford and South Medford High School. South Medford occupied this building up until 2010. And then in 2010, South Medford High School got an upgrade. They got a new high school away from here. Spiegelberg Stadium still right here in the vicinity. We're playing right next to it, where it is still covered with a ton of snow. Nonetheless, though, we're playing here at Oakdale Middle School. It's been Oakdale Middle School for a couple of years after originally being Central Medford High School, an alternative high school for a period of time. And then they went through a lot of renovations. And I got to tell you, it's quite the maze up here, at least to get up to the broadcast booth. There's this gym, then there's another gym, there's a wrestling room. You had to go through 2 gyms, upstairs, cross the wrestling room, up another few stairs and ladder, and then down this long walkway to get up to the booth. Quite the journey out here in Medford. Nonetheless, it is 34-20, the score. North Medford with the lead at the halftime break. Roseburg pretty competitive in the first quarter, back and forth with North Medford, and that's what we saw from these two teams back on January 14th. Indians stuck with the Black Tornado through the first half, and actually we're just trailing 33-31 at the break last time through at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium up in Roseburg. Here tonight, though, North Medford controlling in the second quarter. It was the third quarter last time where the Indians just scored 6 points in the third quarter. Well, here in the second, it was 7 points for the Indians. 3 points for Harrison Scott at the free throw line. 2 points from Jaron Leeworthy inside the arc, and then another 2 points for Caden Luther. Luther, those were his only 2 points in the first half. Owen Bentia had 6 points, all 6 of them coming in the first quarter on 2 3-pointers. Harrison Scott had 3 points, all at the foul stripe, as mentioned in that second quarter. And then Jaron Leeworthy, 9 points at the halftime break. 7 points in the first quarter, 2 points in quarter number 2. On the other side for North Medford, Dylan Scott had 5 points, all off the bench, and had 3 of them in the second quarter. Liam Rea with 2 points. Dylan Sawyer had 3 points in the first half, 3 of them coming on a 3-pointer in the first quarter. Easton Curtis, the leading scorer for both teams, 11 points. 5 in the first quarter, 6 points in the second quarter. Drager Healy hit a 3-pointer in quarter number 2 to add on to his 2 points he scored in quarter number 1. 5 points for Healy at the halftime break. Had 14 points and 4 3-pointers against the Indians the first time through a month ago. Keenan Stewart, 4 points, all of them coming in the first quarter. And Nate Anderson with 4 points at the halftime break. 34-20 the score as we stand. North Medford 18 points in the first quarter, led 18-13. Were able to stretch their 5-point lead to 14 after outscoring the Indians 16-7 in quarter number 2. Indians today without Landon Fanigow, still nursing an ankle injury. It seems that he sustained against Grants Pass last Thursday. Wasn't able to go against Willamette, and it certainly shakes up the offense. Fanigow, one of the primary ball handlers with Owen Benty. It's been those two really sharing the duties, but a little bit of an uptick with Jaron Leeworthy and Harrison Scott dribbling the ball a little bit more for the Indians. Worked pretty good against Willamette last Friday, 61-48 win for Roseburg. Looked pretty good in the first quarter, trying to find more of that success in quarter number 3 in the second half. Crazy to say, folks, but we have only 3 more games after today for Roseburg. The Indians find themselves at 16-15 overall, 2-6 in Southwest Conference play, 6th place in the Southwest Conference standings. And with that, things aren't looking necessarily the best for Roseburg to make the playoffs this season after making the postseason last year and being knocked out in the first round against Grant. This season hasn't necessarily gone the Indians' way. Just 3 more games remaining. They'll be back in Medford next Tuesday. They have Friday off this week, and then they'll be back in Medford next Tuesday against South Medford, and then they'll be back at home for senior night on the 21st against Sheldon, and then they wrap up the season at South Eugene at the end of the month on February 25th. So that's what's ahead for the Indians. A little over a minute and a half to go until we begin the second half of basketball. 34-20 the score here at the halftime break. Take another 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
34-20 the score at the halftime break. It's North Medford with the lead here at Oakdale Middle School. Special thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor, all season long here on the score. Again, if you are listening on the radio, you can find us online at 541radio.com for the live video simulcast. We're also streaming on YouTube at 1490 the score. Be sure to subscribe all season long for Roseburg High School sports. It feels so far away, but baseball season coming up in about a month as well. Excited for some Indians baseball. So 34-20 the score at the halftime break. Special thanks to our sponsor, Neal Company Real Estate. Check out Neal Company Real Estate at nealco.com for the latest listings around Douglas County. Their agents can help you score the home of your dreams. So getting locked and loaded for the second half of basketball. Inbounding it is North Medford as they go left to right on your radio dial. North Medford in the white jerseys, Indians today in the black uniforms. Down low, Stewart has it on the right block, gets it into the paint for Anderson, working on Palm, goes up with the left hand, contact. Couldn't get the basket to go, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Just 15 seconds in, and North Medford's going to have their first free throws, or rather second free throws, here in the ballgame. Dylan Scott had one trip to the line in the first half, and now Anderson at the line for his first free throw attempt. Makes the first one. Makes it 35-20. Special thanks to our sponsor, Dr. Ellison Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com. Call 541-378-6694. Goes 2 for 2 at the foul stripe. 36-20 the score. Bentia to the top for Scott. Hands it off. Down inside the paint, and Owen Bentia gets it go off the glass and in. 36-22 the score as Bentia gets his first 2 points in the second half. Held scoreless in quarter number 2. Near side, it's Curtis with the ball. Bentia now 8 points in the game for Roseburg. Snyder at the top, dribbles it to the left wing, down to the paint for Stewart, goes up with the right hand on the left side of the rim and banks it home. North Medford extends the lead quickly up the floor. Bentia gets it to Leeworthy. He'll drive baseline on Anderson, goes up with the right hand off the side of the glass. No good. And now North Medford will dribble it up the ball, leading 38-22. Healy has it at the top of the arc. Far corner, three-pointer goes from Snyder. (41-22) the score. Owen Bentia will have it up the floor for the Indians. 19-point lead, the largest of the night for North Medford. Left wing, Bentia, three-pointer, and he drops to the floor as he's fouled. Healy was charging out to the perimeter with defense, and Bentia put up the three-pointer off to the right, but he'll go to the line. Bentia this season, a 70% free throw shooter. At the line to shoot three. Another foul behind the arc for North Medford. Second time today, the Indians will have 3 free throws. Bentia makes the first free throw. Makes it 41-21. Second free throw goes from Bentia. 41-22. Special thanks to our sponsor, Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, as well as McClendon Smokehouse. Bentia's third free throw rattles out. It was half in, half out, and ultimately popped out. Up the floor, near side, Curtis, a three-pointer. It won't go. Bentia rises up and gets the rebound for Roseburg. Pushes up the floor with numbers. Bentia keeps it himself down the paint, and he drilled a defender. It was Snyder standing in, and Bentia is going to be called with the charge. Bentia was trying to take it himself, a 4-and-3 opportunity, and ultimately went the right shoulder into the defender. 41-24 the score. Palm out defensively for Roseburg, a 4-on-4 action with Snyder wearing number 4, passing it to Anderson on the right wings. Healy out to Snyder, left wing, three-pointer off the back iron. Luther gets the rebound. Roseburg trying to get some points on the board after the stop defensively. Bentia pulls up right wing. It's flat and short. Healy gets the rebound and tosses it up the floor with numbers, a 2-on-1, and it was way too many passes for North Medford, and now a turnover. Roseburg with some momentum. A 4-on-3, and now Scott keeps it himself down the left lane and lays it in. Harrison Scott makes it a 15-point game, 41-26. First basket for Scott, who had 3 points in the first half on free throws. Healy, far corner, three-pointer. It's short. Stewart gets the rebound. Out to the right wing. Near side, it's Snyder. Bounce pass down low to the right wing. Stewart now kicked out. Now Snyder drove down the lane, and Luther gets the rejection. Up the floor, Scott has it. Stops at the left elbow, back out Bentia, a three-pointer. Yes! Bentia drills the triple, 41-29. The Indians back in it. That's the third three-pointer for Owen Bentia. Near side, it's Curtis. Passes over to Snyder. Left wing, three-pointer. He can't answer. Scott gets the rebound for Roseburg and throws it up the floor for Bentia. Bentia pushing the pace down low for Leeworthy, and it was a rocket right off the hands and out of bounds. Definitely had some heat. Smart play from Bentia looking up, just was unable to connect with Leeworthy. 41-29 the score. So it's a 12-point game midway through this third quarter. Indians playing inspired to start this second half. Left wing, Healy thought about a three-pointer, passes to the near side. Curtis, cross court, Healy, three-pointer. That one's short. Anderson gets an offensive rebound, back to the top for Snyder. North Medford will reset. 4 minutes and counting, halfway through this third quarter. Healy, left wing, a little bit of contact down low. Stewart and Cantrell connected, and an offensive foul. Keenan Stewart gets whistled with the foul. 41-29, Indians trailed 34-20 at the halftime break. Outscoring North Medford here in the second half. Bentia has it at the top to the left wing. Scott drives down the lane, cut between two defenders, got it to Leeworthy in the paint. Tough angled shot, he banks it in. Leeworthy gets his first basket of the second half, and the Indians make it a 10-point game. At the foul line, out to the left wing, Healy down low for Stewart, back to the top. Snyder kicks it to the near corner for Curtis. Curtis will reset. Good ball movement. No shots, though, for North Medford. Stewart down the baseline. Underhand pass down to Curtis on the near corner. Back to the top for Snyder. They're killing clock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back to the top, Snyder. Rockets it back to Healy on the far side. Cross court to the near side for Curtis. Drives inside. Now back out to Anderson. Snyder, a long three-pointer, left alone at the top. Off iron. Anderson tries for an offensive rebound and gets it. Tries to pass it back to the top. Bentia got the paw on it, and Luther takes it away. Bentia up the floor for Roseburg on the near sideline. Stuck out the right elbow, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Second offensive foul for Bentia. Second team foul as well. They get a third team foul. 2:35 here in the third quarter. It's been a quick basketball game, not a ton of timeouts. Dylan Scott into the game once again. Scott on the right wing. Gets it back to the top for Rhea. Now to the right wing. Scott jabs, dribbles between the two legs, and backs out. The Indians double teaming. Far corner. Healy gets it to Stewart on the left block. Back out right wing. Scott a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Now ball gets batted to North Medford. Another offensive foul, and rather offensive rebound. It wasn't a foul. The whistle came, but it was a travel after Liam Rhea jumped up and landed on both 2 feet. North Medford fans not agreeing with that one. 2:28 to play, 41-31 the score. Bentia dribbles it to the left wing, hands it out to Scott, back to the top for Leeworthy. Passes it to the foul line for Luther, drives down the left lane. Leeworthy lays it up and in. Jaron Leeworthy gets it down to single digits. It's 41-33. Quite the second half for the Indians. Left wing, Scott. Into the paint for Stewart, out to the right wing. Healy to the near corner. Curtis a three-pointer. It goes. North Medford needed that, as Easton Curtis gets his second triple of the second half. Makes it a 44-33 game. 11-point lead for North Medford once again. Bentia at the top, guarded by Curtis, gets it to Luther, hands it off to Bentia, and it's taken away up the floor. Curtis has it on a pass from Scott. The easy lay-in goes, and Easton Curtis continues to pour it on. His leading scorer in the first half with 11 points, and continues to add on to his game-high total here in the second half. Cantrell has it on the right elbow, passes it right back to Easton Curtis. Another steal for North Medford, gets it to Scott, a 2-on-1. Bentia, the defense, gets the block and up the floor. Harrison Scott will bring it. Indians have a 3-on-2. Scott a Euro step, hands it off to Luther. Spins in the paint, fade away, off glass, no good. And the rebound goes to Rhea for North Medford. Rhea hands it off to Curtis in the far corner. Under a minute to play. Stewart wide open three-pointer nylon. And just like that, North Medford able to stretch the lead. 49-33. Shot won't go for Roseburg. And a rebound in the far corner and a foul on Luther. It was an 8-point game. It just felt like moments ago. And all of a sudden you look up and it's an 8-0 run and it's a 16-point lead for North Medford. So 49-33 the score. Black Tornado leading. Dylan Sawyer slowly brings it up past the half-court line. About a 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Left wing, Scott has it back to the top. Sawyer slowly dribbling it. 15 seconds on the game clock, 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Scott gets a screen at the top of the arc, pulls up from the right elbow. It's short, offensive rebound to North Medford, but it's taken away on a pass. Scott up the floor, gets it to Leeworthy with 2 seconds, lays it in at the horn, and that's a big bucket for the Indians at the end of the quarter as Jaron Leeworthy goes off here in the third quarter. The Indians brought it down to a 8-point game. North Medford able to stretch it back and lead by 14 after 3. Take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Fourth quarter here at Oakdale Middle School, a steal. And now North Medford has it up the floor going left to right on your radio dial. Fourth quarter, not a ton of breaks here in the ball game, really. I mean, we got off and rolling pretty early. No national anthem tonight as Stewart gets it in the far corner, puts up a three-pointer. It's off iron, and rebound goes to Roseburg. Bentia up the floor, crisscrosses a defender, drives down the left lane, avoids a defender. He goes up with the right hand. He's able to avoid taking his second charge tonight. And now a foul on North Medford. Foul is on Liam Ray. Special thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor, as well as Chuck Schwarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And Centennial Orthopedics. Sports injuries and more. It's your move. Visit CentennialOrthopodiatry.com. Owen Bentia makes his first free throw. Was able to have 7 points in the third quarter. And now goes 2 for 2 at the line. North Medford with the basketball. At the top, it's Sawyer. And now Scott has it at the top. Double teamed initially with the Indians playing a 2-3 zone. At the foul line to the near side, Stewart has it. Dribbles it inside the arc, picks up his dribble, and then goes cross court for Curtis to the left wing. Now out to the right near side. Ton of ball movement. Scott into the paint, gives it to Rhea, and he lays it in. So Rhea gets his first 2 points in the fourth quarter. Sends the lead 51-37. And now a steal the other way. As Scott gets it down the right lane for North Medford. His shot no good with the defense collapsing, but Curtis able to clean it up. And North Medford extends the lead 53-37. Leeworthy at the circle, and it's taken away. Anderson, rather Scott the steal, and he lays it up and in with the right hand. Another turnover for Roseburg. Dylan Scott Gets the 2 points. Bentia threw it up the floor for Luther, and it's off his fingertips and out of bounds. (55-37) the score. Now Rhea hands it off. Now to left wing, Stewart. Pass batted up in the air by Cantrell. Now Sawyer has it. No look pass near corner. Curtis a three-pointer. It's short, and Bentia gets the rebound. He'll dribble it up the floor. Bentia cuts between a defender and lost the handle. And a tee? Are they going to tee up Bentia? Yeah. So Owen Bentia gets called with a technical foul. So Bentia, he's immediately teed up. And now North Medford will send Easton Curtis to the line. Special thanks to our sponsor, Palm Wealth Management, a member D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC, as well as Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Curtis's first free throw is good. Easton Curtis now with 17 points tonight. 56-37 the score. And make it 57-37, a 20-point lead. 21 points, the largest lead tonight for North Medford, so just a tick behind that. Bentia is going to check out. Palm and Kemmerly will check in, with Cantrell also checking out. So North Medford gets the basketball after the technical foul from Owen Bentia. Pass comes in to Dylan Scott. Dribbles it to the left wing. Now to the left elbow. Sawyer into the paint. Beautiful pass down low for Stewart, who banks it in. So Keenan Stewart gets 2 points. Harrison Scott gets it up the floor for Roseburg, and a timeout going to be called by Coach Humphreys. 59-37 the score. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and the score. 92.3 FM and 14.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
It was a full timeout used on the floor. Roseburg using their third timeout. 59-37 the score. It's a 22-point lead, largest of the night for North Medford here in the fourth quarter. Owen Bentia had a technical foul and remains on the bench after the timeout. Leeworthy inbounded in for Scott, brings it in from the left arc into the paint, and a whistle on the floor. Foul is going to be on Liam Rea. Shot no good. Now Leeworthy in the right block. Lost the handle, and Scott found it and just lays it in. So Harrison Scott gets 2 points. And makes it a 20-point game. North Medford crosses the half-court line with Scott Leeworthy with some defense, and he fouls him. That's the second foul on Leeworthy, 59-39 the score. 5:08 to play, fourth quarter. And now Bentia will return after the short break on the bench. Out to check out his Palm. Sawyer gets it in for Scott. Back to Sawyer on the left wing. Bounce pass down low for Stewart. Gets it out to the right wing. Curtis back to the top. Scott into the paint. Stops at the foul stripe. Gets it to the far corner. Back out to the top. Scott a three-pointer. It's short. Hit the net. Offensive rebound attempt for Curtis, who trying to save it. Passed it towards Stewart, but he couldn't field the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. So 4:53 to play. Indians trying to end this one strong. And the only game this week for Roseburg as Lee Worthy spins right side of the paint, and it's off to the left. Scott gets the offensive rebound for Roseburg. His second chance won't go, and a foul down low with Liam Ray, I should say, getting fouled. That's Ashton Palm with the foul. That is his third. Anderson will check in. Curtis takes a seat, and Stewart will join him on the bench. Snyder coming back in as well for North Medford. Indians with a full court press. North Medford able to break it. Sawyer at the left elbow backs it up to the top, trying to kill some clock. Pass over to Scott. Pressing is Scott on Scott. And now a foul down the right lane. It's going to be Harrison Scott fouling Dylan Scott, I should say. At the top, here's Snyder to the near corner. Scott drives baseline on Harrison Scott. Dylan Scott goes off to the left. It wouldn't rattle home. Hung up there for a minute. Roseburg gets the rebound up the floor. Harrison Scott gets it past the half-court line. Now to the near side, Bentia. Bentia puts up a long three-pointer. It goes off to the left. A battle on the floor and another whistle. Nate Anderson with the foul. That is his second. So Roseburg will take out from the baseline. Scott was originally going to be the inbounder, but Luther comes in for him, and Kemmerly will be the one passing it in with 3:58 on the clock. This 20-point game. Leeworthy gets it right at the foul line. His jump shot won't go. He was wide open. Definitely will want down and back. Luther gets it back off the floor, and he's able to bank it in. 4 points for Caden Luther, who was held scoreless the first time through against North Medford. Only played in one half after sitting out the first half against the Black Tornado. Scott has it on the near side, back to the top for Sawyer. Back to Scott on the right wing. Near corner for Ray. Ray drives and now on the floor. Picking it up is Kemmerly as he dove and saved it. Now Indians turn it right back over, and Dylan Scott lays it in. (51-41). 61-41, I should say. A bit tough from this booth way above here at Oakdale Middle School to see the full court. Now a turnover the other way, behind the back pass. Scott lays it up, no good. Offensive rebound to Anderson. His second try won't go. Ball, a mad scramble for it. And there was about 3 Indians in the area and just one Black Tornado that was able to come through with it, and it's Liam Ray. 61-41, 2:55 to play. Bentia gets called at the foul, and that's his fourth. Leeworthy will check out. And it's going to be free throws with the 5th team foul for Roseburg in the quarter. Combined 8 fouls here in the fourth quarter. Anderson at the line. First free throw is good. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports, as well as Gibbs RV. You got to get to Gibbs. Airball's the free throw. 62-41, the 21-point lead. Bentia slowly brings it up the floor. Out to the right elbow for Kemmerly. Takes a dribble, hands it off to Bentia, and a foul. It's going to be a foul on Snyder, senior guard. It's his first foul. 2:42 to play, 21-point game. Cantrell passes it into the top for Luther, gives it to Bentia. Bentia takes a dribble. Now long three-pointer. It's short. Ball out to the left wing, and it goes out of bounds. And it just has not been Owen Bentia's night from beyond the arc. He hit 3 3-pointers in the first half on 8 attempts, and it just hasn't necessarily gone his way since that point. And now, actually, they're to say Roseburg basketball. So they pass it into Luther, and it's taken away right away with Sawyer. But I think they might get Sawyer with a foul. No, it's the other way. It's going to be Caden Luther with the foul. So now going to the line is Dylan Sawyer. Special thanks to our sponsor, Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Special thanks once again to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor all season long. Sawyer misses the first free throw. Now 2:28 to play. North Medford trying to wrap this one up. Sawyer makes it. 63-41. Tied for the largest lead tonight at 22 points. Ventia passes it over to Luther on the right wing, fakes a pass. Now bounce pass down low for Scott, right block, down low. He gives it to Gannon Egbert. He's into the game for the first time, and he's fouled down low. Foul is on Brady Patterson. So now Gannon Egbert will come into the game. Got his first varsity point last Friday against Willamette. And he goes 0 for 1 to start his trip at the line. Looking for a second point in a varsity uniform. Special thanks to our sponsor, Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years. With the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves, as well as fireplaces in the area. Egbert gets a point on the second free throw attempt, 63-42. Now the other way, underneath the basket, it's Brady Patterson. And he'll go to the line to shoot two after he's fouled. Foul is on Harrison Scott, and the fouls are really starting to come here at Oakdale Middle School. Free throw, short. No good from Brady Patterson, the sophomore. Averaging 1.6 points a game this season for North Medford. Patterson, the lefty, hits it. (64-42). North Medford with the basketball. Right elbow, it's Luther. Takes a dribble down the right lane. He lost the ball, and it's a takeaway from Ray. Healy, full court pass up the floor. Quinn Scott lays it in. 24-point lead now for North Medford. And now another steal. North Medford up the floor with Ray. Goes up with the left hand, down the right lane. Count the basket in one. Liam Ray, 4 points here in the fourth quarter and has a chance to stretch it to 5 as he heads to the foul stripe. Kemmerly will check out. Lee Worthy comes in with 1:34 to play here in the fourth quarter. Free throw off to the right. Offensive rebound goes to North Medford. Far corner. Three-pointer, Patterson, short. Lee Worthy gets the rebound. And now Owen Bentia will bring it up the floor. Bentia passes it to the right wing for Egbert. Right elbow takes a dribble out to the far perimeter for Lee Worthy, and he's fouled inside the arc. Foul is on Liam Ray, and man, there's been a ton of fouls late in this fourth quarter. A combined 11 fouls here in the fourth quarter. First free throw is good for Jaron Leeworthy. Leading scorer tonight for Roseburg. And he's short on the second free throw. Pass up the floor, cherry picking was Patterson. Patterson, he's fouled as he went up with a layup and another foul on the floor. Leeworthy called with the foul. That's his third. And now going to the line, Brady Patterson, the 1 point, and he'll keep it at 1 point. 68-43, the score. 1 for 3 at the line is Brady Patterson, the sophomore. Now 2 for 4. 69-43, the score. Scott gets it to the right wing for Palm. Bounce pass to the top for Cantrell. Cantrell down the right lane. Goes up off the right block. No good. Cantrell gets it back. Banks it up. No good. And now ball goes into the far corner. North Medford gets the basketball, and sprinting up the floor is Quinn Scott. Left alone underneath the basket is Patterson, and he lays it in. 71-43 the score. Scott has it on the near side. 30 seconds on the clock. Scott spins down the left lane. Shot clock off. Scott traveled. 71-43, 23.6 on the clock. Pass goes up to Patterson to the far corner. Three-pointer for Scott. It rattles out, and now Harrison Scott gets it. Been 3 Scotts in this ball game, 2 of them for North Medford, as Cantrell drives down the left baseline, and he's blocked as he went up with the right hand. 9 seconds on the clock. Roseburg basketball trailing 71-43. Cantrell claps the hands, gets it to Leeworthy in the near corner. Spins, fade away. It's off the rim. Now Ray gets it. He'll dribble it up the floor. And we'll dribble it out. That's going to do it for this one. A final 71-43. North Medford sweeps Roseburg here in 2025. Didn't get a ton of breaks here tonight. Take a long extended 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Can't move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back here to North Medford High School. 71-43, the final score. North Medford able to pick up the victory here tonight. They improved to now 12-7 on the season, 5-2 in Southwest Conference play. Roseburg, they're now 6-16 on the season, 2-7 in Southwest Conference play. Good news is they get a week off. They get a game off. Friday they're going to be off. Do not have a game again until next Tuesday, and they'll be back down here in Medford facing off against South Medford. Then they'll be back at home next Friday against Sheldon for senior night. Then the following Tuesday, 2 weeks from now, they'll be at South Eugene High School to wrap up the season on the 25th. So that's what is ahead for the Roseburg Indians. North Medford, they'll remain in second place, trying to catch up to Sheldon, who's 8-0, undefeated in Southwest Conference standings. North Medford going to stay just above South Medford at second place in the standings. And that's a big game coming up on Friday. South Medford versus North Medford at South Medford High School coming up on Friday. Little black and blue action. 71-43, the final score. Got about 2.5 minutes of timeouts remaining that we didn't get to today because this game just flew on by. So we'll take our final 2.5-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Hold on to your taste buds because the heat is on. Introducing Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. Our spicy hot nuts are handcrafted with fresh made dough, spicy jalapenos, creamy garlic sauce, and melty cheese all wrapped and ready to enjoy. And for limited time, they're just $5.99. Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. They're the perfect spicy side to go with your next pizza order. Order online or on our app for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Welcome back here to Oakdale Middle School, not North Medford High School. Again, North Medford, prayers for them, honestly. Seeing your basketball gym just absolutely collapse because of the snow. That's got to be a tough sight, not only for these players, but also for the students at North Medford High School. So praying for them. 71-43, the final here at Oakdale Middle School. It was not the Indians' game. Really struggled in the second and fourth quarter. Just 7 points in the second quarter, 8 points in the fourth quarter. And North Medford was able to stretch their lead and won by their largest lead tonight, winning by 28 points. Got the final stats for tonight. Easton Curtis with 17 points for North Medford. Dylan Scott with 9 points. Liam Ray with 6 points. Tate Snyder had 3. Traeger Healy had 5. Keenan Stewart with 11 points. Nate Anderson with 8. Brady Patterson had 4 points. And Quinn Scott off the bench had 2 points. On the other side for Roseburg, Jaron Leeworthy was the leading scorer with 16 points. Owen Bentia had 15 points right behind him. Leeworthy had 17 points against North Medford the first time through, 16 points tonight. He continues his success against the Black Tornado. The junior will be back next season. We'll see if he can keep it up against North Medford. Harrison Scott had 21 points last game against Willamette, held to just 7 points here tonight. Caden Luther had 4 points, and Gannon Egbert had 1 point. Just a total of 5 scores for Roseburg here tonight, 43 points for the Indians, as they fall to now 6-16 on the season, 2-7 in Southwest Conference play. Again, no game on Friday. We'll see you next Tuesday back here down in Medford at South Medford against the Panthers. North Medford improving now to 12-7 on the season, 5-2 in Southwest Conference play. And a big game, Black versus Blue, coming up on Friday at South Medford High School for the Black Tornado. Special thanks to everybody that made this broadcast possible. To Adam Blue, the athletic director at Roseburg High School. To our producer back in studio, Grady Hamilton. I'm Nate Jarecki saying so long from Oakdale Middle School. We'll see you next Tuesday at South Medford for more Roseburg basketball here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490.